Good morning. Busy Saturday. Going to be a busy Sunday as well. Live chat today. Open to all. Hopefully we'll get a few people turning up. Let's have a look through some of the matches yesterday. See what you could have picked out. Premier League. Palace opener. Nice work from Man City. 0-2 for Palace. Always a good entry point because if it goes astray, you've entered the market at low odds. Look, I told you, Ruud van Nistelrooy is an absolute football genius. Him and Wayne Rooney are up there. Look at that, 2-2. Emphatic stuff from Leicester City. Nottingham Forest and Everton. Well, I didn't lay the 0-0 late on, but it's a typical David Moyes, isn't it? Bore the life out of the Nottingham Forest players and supporters and go out and nick a last gasp winner. Southampton and Villa, I put in 0-2 in the live stream. Should have gone for 0-3, eh? Lay the draw second half. This was a tricky one because it's pre-Champions League, as was indeed the case for the Arse. I didn't lay the draw second half in that one. In the Championship, which one stood out? I did get involved in this one, but didn't get an equaliser for Luton. But we've got a potential new strategy for this. Laying sides leading, but have been red carded. Got a potential strategy for that, which could yield us a consistent profit. So I'll pass that on if we get an opportunity in the live stream. Portsmouth and Derby. I wanted to lay the late draw, or I wanted to lay the draw, but these two just kept scoring to end the draw. 1-2 and then came to 2-2 here. 0-1 to 1-2 and then 2-2. This is a typical relegation six-pointer, isn't it? I still laid the late draw here at 106, 109. We got one of them come in yesterday. Try that on for size. £3.99 risk, £53.90 profit. Wow, man. Only at this stage of the season you'll see these late goals. Sunderland took insurance out here, didn't cross the line. They're not too concerned. They're one of only three sides to have breached 70-plus points this season in the Championship. In English League One, yesterday, Bolton didn't turn up, so I didn't play. This is the importance of in-play stats. They should boss Barnsley all day long, but I just couldn't cross the line. Lincoln and the Shrews couldn't get an equaliser. Not much doing for me there yesterday. Did get the Stockport match, I think. Yes, indeed. A nice profit on Stockport coming from behind. Another side with absolutely huge motivation, Stockport County. Let's look at their standing with that additional 3 points. Keeps them within 3 of breaking into the 80-point barrier, which is what you need for the automatic promotion spot. The only one that's available for Wrexham. So that's crucial, isn't it? Take 3 away from that and the gap is ever widening. A win yesterday from behind and they can strike. So that was a vital win for Stockport yesterday. English League 2, anything stand out? This was an absolute humdinger. There was a couple yesterday could have made an absolute fortune, let's be honest. Taking on a Bradford lead. Red carded, but they are top of the league. But if you take them on at 1-3, that's the entry point there. And then sit back because it's a low liability play. Now this one I'm very aggrieved at because I taught myself out. I didn't think Tranmere would do it. I really didn't. Accrington and Tranmere, relegation 6-pointer. They're a little bit clear of the bottom 2. But surely a match like this, where the favourites' odds are very high, you've got to lay them at 3-0 at half-time. And boy, oh boy, Tranmere would have popped in there. Just these little ones I don't pass on to you, and I don't entertain myself, although I clearly recognise it. But why on earth do you not lay at 1.01? It's got absolutely nothing to lose. It's a 2.5 the favourite match, which means the market's not expecting one-way traffic. Note where the league positions are. and we could have filled our boots there with both of these two yesterday. What a pity. Missed opportunities. That's the problem with this football. Once they're gone, they don't come back. French League, well, an absolutely emphatic performance from Monaco in a Côte d'Azur derby helps the Champions League hopes. Bundesliga 2 did get involved with Bayern, got out at the win for Bayern. Very poor for Bayer Leverkusen. This was an excellent example of my second half lay the 0-0 / lay the draw strategy, where you've got the 0-0 covered. We could have absolutely cleaned up if they did what they did last week. Got a 90th minute winner, could have made £100 to £200. So it's a very good strategy. Did lay the Hoff 2-0 up, but Mainz didn't turn up. St. Pauli, excellent win, and the Dortmund one we got. So busy day yesterday. I did take on Ulm late on, again with insurance. Magdeburg, I think, top 4. And Ulm, reputation for conceding late. But they've learnt their lesson at the right time of the season to learn that lesson as well. Venezia and Monza, I did put that up for a late lay the draw. Or a lay the draw second half. Must win against bottom. Must take points off your nearest rival. Good performance from Inter, considering it's pre-Champions League. See Arsenal slipping up yesterday. And off to probably Spain to end this. Let's have a look through. Pre-Champions League Barca, I think, are they still involved in Champions League? Mallorca, Sociedad, Celta Vigo, Espanyol. So these 0-2s, 1.62 favourite there. And this was all down to the red card, of course, there. But these 0-2s have to be covered at this stage of the season. Now, today's live stream, I might try and do a neutral-only live stream. That way, we're not caught out, whoever scores the next goal. If it's the underdog scoring 2 consecutive goals, we won't lose out. But you can cover that with insurance, but that might be something for today. A look at the neutral betting markets only. So let's take a waltz through today. It's in alphabetical order. English Premier League, Chelsea against Ipswich. Well, you had a bit of a battling performance from Leicester City yesterday, but the bottom 3 are exceptionally poor this season. Chelsea, you only have to look at the standings to look at their motivation this season, or motivation currently. And it's clear for all to see. A win takes them into the Champions League places. Upgrading from Conference League to Europa League to Champions League with a win today. Ipswich might score, but unlikely to pull off a shock. Liverpool and the Hammers. New manager for the Hammers is the question mark here. You saw with Everton yesterday, but this should be a comfortable afternoon for Liverpool out of the Champions League. Wolves and the Spuds. Interesting that the Wolves are 2.2. They do tend to fall foul of the top 8, top 9, but of course you know where the Spuds are, right down in relegation trouble. They're one of those teams you just can't read. We've had a lot of them this season. Manchester United, Hoffenheim, Tottenham, Manchester City at times as well. Just because the bottom 3 are so poor, Wolves and Tottenham are getting away with having awful seasons. So there's no panic stations at all. 12 points to Ipswich. If Ipswich lose today as well, they're going to compound that further. I haven't done my maths yet to see whether sides are actually down yet or not. But it will be coming soon, won't it? The guarantee that you're down. Newcastle against Man United. As you know, with Man U, you just don't know which Man U turns up. The odds look a little bit too short for me for Newcastle. Given the unknown factor of Man United, they might turn up, put in a good performance. You don't know. It looks like the relegation crowd are in town today in France, particularly Saint-Etienne and Le Havre at the bottom. Plenty going on at the bottom there. Saint-Etienne and Le Havre, 17th and 16th. It's must-win territory. More for Saint-Etienne today. Take them to 27. With Angers on 27 and Reims on 29. The sides out underneath 30 points are the sides involved in the relegation dogfight. Nantes, if they continue to be inconsistent, might be caught. But this is a must-win. Must-win 3 points for Le Havre. 2 consecutive wins for Le Havre. 1 win in 3 for Saint-Etienne. These are the matches I like to target, particularly when you've got a story for Brest as well, European football, and Le Havre. Stuttgart and Werder Bremen. It's been a strange Bundesliga. They tend to be taking 20 to 25, 30 minutes to actually get scoring. So we'll see if that happens today. Stuttgart, Werder Bremen, Eintracht Frankfurt and Heidenheim. I think it's Heidenheim are the ones with greater need. But Frankfurt in third place. They could be caught by Mainz, but Mainz played yesterday and lost. Freiburg played yesterday, I believe, and lost and won. But Frankfurt can be one of only three to break into the 50-point barrier with a win today. They are playing Heidenheim, who've got a lot to think about, with St. Pauli winning. The last gasp winner for St. Pauli yesterday has put Heidenheim in a spot of bother. They must win. They will stay bottom three, but they must win. It's looking increasingly troublesome for Heidenheim with that St. Pauli winner late. Bundesliga 2, get my 12:30 start. All of the big guns really played. Hamburg, etc. Köln have played already. But let's have a look. Well, let's go match by match. That way we can highlight where they are in the league standings. Don't forget to read these reviews. They are exceptional. Paderborn and Dusseldorf. There we go. This is, in any other league, Paderborn would be in the playoffs, but with only 3 places available. This is a tough as nails league to get out of. But a win today for Paderborn takes them to 48, and they will be in that top 3. Talk about motivation. Dusseldorf must take points off Paderborn. It's a case of the Millwall against Middlesbrough from yesterday. Dusseldorf must take points off Paderborn. Must. So you'll be taking that draw on all day long. Preußen Munster and Karlsruhe. Let's have a look at the standings here. Preußen Munster and Karlsruhe. Well, it's a requirement for Preußen Munster, 3 points required, and they will go out of the relegation zone with 3 points, depending on what Braunschweig do on better goal difference, despite it being awful. Karlsruhe are stuck in mid-table mediocrity, but they're only 7 points shy of a top 3 berth. So tight is it in this Bundesliga 2 that Karlsruhe with 3 points take themselves to 43 and within 4 points of getting out of the league. Wow. Plenty to play for today in the Bundesliga 2, that's for sure. Looking at Regensburg and Schalke. Schalke, ex of the Bundesliga for years and years. They won't be going back just yet. A win takes them to 40 points. Regensburg are down. So this is one for Schalke to eye. The market really doesn't fancy Schalke, do they? 1.9. Serie A today. A couple of odds on favourites at home in Fiorentina and Old Perry. Como putting in an excellent shift, says Fabregas's Como. Looking likely to be playing Serie A football next season. Roman derby, so just be very careful with that one. I would personally myself fancy the Tinkerman's Roma. He's really got them firing exceptionally well, Claudio Ranieri. We'll be looking at that with interest. Having a look at the standings, just give you an indicating of who's involved in the scrap for the playoffs. The Roman derby takes on even greater significance because it's a place for a European place. Roma win and they'll replace Lazio. Lazio win and they could upgrade even to Champions League. Well, they won't because Atalanta have such a positive goal difference, but they certainly upgrade to Europa League football, Lazio, with a win. So that Roman derby becomes very interesting indeed, but I probably wouldn't play it. Outside of it, Fiorentina playing today could do with a win, and that will take them to on parity with Lazio as things stand currently. And at the bottom, Monza are looking out of it, but Venezia and Empoli, while Lecce and Parma are still under 30, Venezia and Empoli must win. Venezia did win yesterday. Now it's up to Empoli, but you just look at these bottom 5 sides. This is why they are where they are. D's and L's all the way through. So must-win territory for a few of these today. And it's a very interesting Roman derby. The Eredivisie, Utrecht odds on today. AZ Alkmaar as well, the usual crowd, and 20. We got four of the big guns out today. Ajax as well, so that'll be well worth following today. SPL, Rangers are away at Aberdeen. Very interesting that Rangers are over evens. Very interesting. Are they involved in Europe? Maybe. I think that might be the case for Rangers. If we go to Soccer Way, you can normally see that if I'm allowed in. There we go. So you just get Rangers up here, and you can check if they've got an upcoming European fixture. The odds look very strange. Over evens for Rangers. You only see that in the old firm matches. Yes, Europa League against Atletico Bilbao. Now that tells you the whole story of the 2.15, doesn't it now? I think Rangers could be vulnerable today against the Dons, even though they're awful. They had a brilliant first half of the season, but it's just gone downhill. Hibs very strong today against Dundee. And in La Liga, Atletico Bilbao, watch out for a potential banana skin today, given the fact they're in Europe with Rangers. They are a very, very reliable unit ordinarily. Real Madrid, again, Champions League and away from home against a reasonable Alaves. Might suggest struggles. Only lost to Rayo Vallecano recently. Ticking along, you'd say, unspectacular, but three consecutive defeats, well, two consecutive defeats for Real Madrid is a concern. So they might be vulnerable today with the upcoming fixtures. Arsenal, got to overcome an Arsenal deficit. And that, for me, I think they could do that second leg. I would go over 2.5 goals. I'd use my Ruud van Nistelrooy footballing brain power to go for over 2.5 goals in that Champions League match. So Atletico Bilbao might be vulnerable today. Spanish La Liga 2, it's brewing up nicely as well. We're looking at the playoff places so tight. We don't know who's going to win the title yet. Racing Santander could do with a win, take them to the 60-point barrier, 62 with a win today, and a chance at automatic promotion. Similar, 58, Mirandes Oviedo. Break that 60-point, you've got a chance of going up automatically. Outside of the top six, Almeria, Granada, Burgos will be feeling that they can break into that playoff place, particularly Almeria and Granada. And at the bottom, Cartagena are looking increasingly adrift, as is Ferrol. If you need 41 to get out of the relegation zone, Ferrol and Cartagena are done. Tenerife nearly got a win yesterday. I played that match yesterday. What I did, I laid over 0.5 goals in about the 85th minute, and then I backed Tenerife in the match odds at about 6.8 to 10s. They did actually score to make it 1-0, but it didn't count. You see, one of their coaching staff got red carded yesterday. It was a tetchy affair and a must win for Tenerife. Add 2 points to that, they'd be on 34. Another 3 to 37. Another 3 to 41. It's looking increasingly adrift, but you can see why anger was high in the Tenerife ranks yesterday. Plenty to play for in La Liga 2. Allsvenskan going to get just a marginal look today. The season will be starting soon once we get more matches under our belts. Don't forget the tennis. We've got, I think we're moving to Barcelona now. Manuel, I am from Barcelona. Musetti has been exceptional. He's been the underdog in his last 2 or 3 matches in Monte Carlo and gone through and won. He's lost the first set 6-1 in his last 2 matches and went on and won the second set. So I would be all hands down laying Alcaraz if he's lower than 1.17. Even if he wins the first set, Alcaraz, I would be laying him. It's a free swing of the bat when you're this short odds. Don't discount this. It's a huge battling performance from the Italian. Barcelona begins. Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall will be cooking some utter disaster in the kitchen. Playing Galan there. Zumir came through qualification yesterday. I played that match, playing Cameron Norrie. Not exactly a star-studded cast is it, at Barcelona just yet. We've also got the ATP at Munich. These are the qualifiers. So just take a bit of a back seat in the qualifiers. And the ladies starting returning in the WTA, Stuttgart and Rouen. Not too many familiar names there either. Probably get the higher quality Sarah Errani there. So we've got some possible plays in Stuttgart today. That's what I would be looking for. And I would be looking at not the qualifiers, but I would also be looking at Barcelona and taking on an Alcaraz lead, or if Alcaraz is anywhere underneath 1.1 early enough in the match. Musetti is a hell of a battler. Have a great day today. It's a free live stream today, so do come along if you'd like. So we go over to Football Trading Profits. You'll see the live stream presented in the live section. It's one of my songs if you want to watch it. My Irish reel about losing money in horse racing. You'll love that song. Let's make it Christmas #1. So this is my account. We just you'll see the live section here, and off we go. I'll have the live there. I hope you can turn up. There's plenty to talk about today, and some tennis as well, and also my new idea about the red cards second half, or the red cards with the team leading. I think we've got an angle in for that one. It'll yield. It won't be a trading profit. I would suggest it will be a net profit at the end of the match kind of thing. Have a great day. I will see you probably for a live stream from 2 p.m. onwards, to be confirmed. Have a great day, and I'll see you later. I hope you can attend a live stream. It's free today at youtube.com/@footballtradingprofits.